Hey, what is up, folks? We are back playing Red Dead Redemption 2. This is my first time playing the game.
I've actually played it, yeah.
Has played it before.
It's been a while.
It. And he thought I'd enjoy it, so he's letting me take the reins and try it out. So looks like we are on a snowy
always like
mountain
cowboy
pass.
stuff.
Abigail says he's
how
dying,
like
Dutch. We'll have
grandpa,
to stop someplace.
and grandma raised me, so
Okay.
they
Arthur's
was
out
always
looking.
showing me like
I
cool,
sent him up ahead.
like old western and stuff, like John Wayne and stuff like that.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. This weather, it's May.
Did
I'm
you
just
ever
hoping the
see
law got as
310
lost as
to
we
Yuma?
did.
Yeah.
I was a security guard on that movie.
Any luck?
I would
I think you're telling me about
I
that.
found a place
watch
where
the
we can
sets
get
for
some
them while
shelter.
they were
Let Davy
away
rest while he,
sleeping, basically.
you know,
Aren't you on the set of Cowboys vs.
an old man in town.
It's the same location they used in a bunch of cowboy movies.
Yeah.
Here in New Mexico, there's a property where they film damn near everything, and especially anything that's cowboy related. They have this whole like fake cowboy town set up. Like all the buildings, a bunch of them even have interiors. You can walk inside and they can dress them up to look like a saloon or like different kind of businesses they would add at the time.
Yeah, totally cool, man. I dig it. If I was like a millionaire, I'd probably have like a little cowboy town.
That would be so sweet.
Yeah, so beef jerky goes back a long way because there's no refrigerators and stuff, so they basically had to cure everything with salt if they wanted to preserve any kind of meat. So like cutting them really thin and letting them dry and it cooks that way, you can have it for a long periods of time.
Davy's dead.
It's a smart way to preserve your food. Is
Nothing more you could have done.
Dehydrate it.
I mean, you
What
can
are we
only
gonna
kill
do? We
so
need
much,
supplies.
and then
Well,
you
first
got
of
to
all, you're
figure
gonna
out
stay
ways
here,
of making that
and you
last.
were gonna get yourself warm. Be okay,
Well, what
We don't
happened
know.
exactly? Did we find out?
but we lost some folks.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like a little
Now,
prequel story where
If
they
I
kind of
could
just get into it and then it
throw
kind of just
myself
reveals itself later.
in the
They
ground,
start you in the middle, and you
in
kind of
their
have to piece
stead.
together what's going on.
I'd do it.
Well, it,
gladly.
like man, the story like goes way far because the stage and everything
We're
is just
gonna
so
ride out.
huge that
We're
it
gonna
just fits
find
all in together.
Some food.
And depending
Everybody,
on what you do and how you go, like
we're safe.
the
Now,
story will change.
There ain't no
What do you mean, like?
following us.
The main story
through a
doesn't
storm
change
like
about
this
what they're
one.
talking about now, but
By the time they
But
get
you're talking
here,
about like
well,
alternate
we're gonna be-
endings.
yeah,
we're gonna be long gone.
Okay.
pretty sure there's like 3.
We've been through worse than this before.
What? Do you know what the
Mr. Pierce.
options are?
Miss Grimshaw, I
It's
need you
whether
to
you
turn
want to
this
be a
place
good, bad
into a
person,
camp.
and then I think there was
and then
another
be
one
here
that I
for a
wasn't
few days.
too
Now,
familiar
all of
with.
you.
It's
All of you,
I would imagine neutral.
get
Probably be the
yourselves
default ending.
warm.
no, well, they give you a
Stay
choice between one and the
strong.
other at the
Stay
scene,
with
and then there's
me.
something else you can do before
We
you
ain't
do
done
that, so that
yet.
there's a
I
third.
really like that guy's Django looking
Come on,
coat.
Arthur.
Think it's that guy with
Oh, I love that movie,
purple.
Django.
We ain't
That's a
run
great
into them
movie.
yet. So they both must have headed down the hill.
Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask.
I always like
What really
cowboy
went
movies
down
growing
back
up, you
there
know,
on
like,
that boat?
even before I moved with grandparents,
missed you.
like
What was your
Guns
favorite?
was like
Come
Young
on.
Guns
Young Guns. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Hey,
with
you need
Emilio
horses?
Estevez.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith.
Oh
Get yourself
yeah.
indoors.
One, the Young
Need to
Guns
rest
too,
that hand.
and
I'll live.
Get
what's his name?
indoors,
Lou
son.
Diamond Phillips.
Bye.
I don't think if I have a
need you
favorite
strong.
cowboy movie.
Okay.
Like in Clint Eastwood stuff.
Come on.
I did
let's go.
actually watch a
Ain't
handful
sure
of those.
what we're gonna find out.
The
I have a bunch of
Man
them.
with No Name
We have
trilogy.
to try. Stay close.
Those were pretty good.
We'll do our
I-
best to stick to the trail.
Just goddamn.
It's weird watching like old
Been
cinema
2
like that
days or more
'cause
like this now.
stories were
Oh,
more
it has to
simple
blow
and
over
like,
soon.
it's just like a different era of like
Oh yeah,
filmography.
different feeling. Yeah,
But like
I like it.
appreciating some of the stuff they did with the camera work, like the extreme close-ups on his eyes, and then like he just moves his
Careful
eyes
over
from
this
left to
bridge
right,
here.
and then it like cuts to another character, and it's just their eyes. It's like
Right,
this
the whole-
intense like scene of just like super close up of people's eyes.
Like in good and the bad and the ugly when they're having their like little duel scene.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Oh man, that like classic spaghetti western music.
He's the last one.
oh, that's
Arthur.
my favorite.
No
That's
more.
kind of the funny
need to
thing.
get
It's like
those
cowboys.
people
You
warm
think
and fed.
mostly like American era.
don't need to worry about
Like, what was the
Pinkertons telling us
time
this.
frame that the
A
Cowboys
couple more
were?
days. We'll be on the
18.
other
Well,
side.
like
You
it
need
wasn't
to help
very
me get
long,
the others
you know,
back
because
up.
like
You're the only one I
from
can
probably like
rely on to stay
1870 to
strong
like the
right now.
1890s, and they kind of
We got
started dying
fire
off in
and
the
shelter.
1900s.
That's a start.
Yeah,
You
with
know.
the like steam train and kind of expanding westward.
Yeah,
But like you get these romanticized movies of like decades and decades of like the Americana cowboy lone wanderer on a horse. with
yeah, it
his
wasn't
gun.
that long at all, which is, you know,
And like a
Interesting.
lot of those movies were made in Italy. So that's where they get the term spaghetti western.
right.
And it's just kind of
Hey,
like
I think I see
interesting to
something up
notice like the buildings in the background. Like that's clearly Italian architecture.
They did have like a lot of cowboy movies back in the day, like in Italy and stuff like that, but they didn't know anything about it because they weren't
You over
Western
here.
at all.
Who's there?
But I mean, they had the iconography down, and they
They
were
used
able
American actors and
to
stuff.
fool
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Micah.
I was wondering about that. Is Clint Eastwood
Gentlemen,
American? Because he got his
found anything?
start in those spaghetti
think so.
westerns.
Found
So
a
they
little
must have been bringing
homestead down
like
that way.
Americans over.
Well, they
Okay.
had spaghetti westerns
Anyone
in
home?
Italy, but you know they're
Sure.
spaghetti
Place is
westerns
place,
here because
light and noise.
they were
Sounded
just
like
it
a
was just an
party.
era
Let's go
of
see.
shows,
Follow me.
and they call it spaghetti westerns because
Davey
it's
doing?
like
Oh, you didn't make it. Nor
from
did little
like
Jenny.
That's
from like
too
the
bad.
50s to the
Davey was a real fighter.
I think yeah,
Both of them calendar boys
like
did.
before the
Shit,
space age.
Caught me slipping. I was
Yeah.
Oh, sh-
And Mac,
I
Sean,
was listening to
We
your
don't
story.
know.
like before the space age, there was a cowboy age. You know, it was like the most popular thing for all the kids and people. So they had all these series just called, you know, just
That's kind
cheesy
of funny
spaghetti
too, because like you
westerns.
think of a movie like Toy Story, where
Oh yeah, exactly.
this
exactly
kid
what it
is what, he's like 9 years old and he's enamored with cowboys, and it's
Yeah.
like, what 9-year-old gives a shit about cowboys now?
No, space age came, space toys, all that stuff.
And
It
that
just
was kind of
destroyed
the thing
westerns.
was he kind of got over the cowboys and then got the Buzz Lightyear. And it was kind of like the
I'll cover the
personification, people's interests moving on.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the trend of the times. I mean, who doesn't like sci-fi stuff? You know, I mean, cowboys, they had that for a while.
Did
You
you
know.
see
I used to have
Cowboys
cap
vs.
guns.
Aliens?
I did. It wasn't that bad, actually.
I really enjoyed that movie.
There's like really good specific
Because it
ones I like,
starts
but
out
Clint
as
Eastwood.
just a straight cowboy movie, and you're like, this isn't ridiculous at all. Like, this is a totally believable cowboy movie. And then it hits like the halfway point. You're like, there's all the ridiculousness just all at once. And I dig it. I dig silly movies like that.
See,
What was the
High
cowboy
Plains
movie
Drifter.
with Mel Brooks?
Actually, I think I just might have seen that one on Hulu. I'm not sure.
I gotta remember, because that's a great one. This has to be the most boring like video game intro ever. You're just trotting through the snow with a lantern. I know you're showing me this game, but so far not a great first impression.
You're just impatient.
I am impatient.
Something's gonna happen. God.
Get to the good shit. Fuck. I wanted to trot through the snow with the lantern. I'd be outside. I mean, not that it's snowing.
Okay, let's keep it down now, gentlemen.
Kitty's got his
It's just
shedding
up ahead.
season.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Stash
That's
those
why.
lanterns, boys. Best you two lie low on this.
Yep.
Oh my
Okay.
god, this is
Let's head down there.
phenomenal. We saw a house. Oh, that's a big ass cliff.
Yellow.
That's a good thing. It
Yellow dot on the map there.
wouldn't let me giddy up forward.
Jump off the cliff? No, I don't think so. It's a good thing because honestly, like throughout this game, like you can't always pay attention. So like if that were a fact, I would be like falling and dying off the cliffs all the time. Sounds like they're having like a party. It's been a while since I've done this, so it's kind of like brand news to me. So.
Let me handle this. We don't want to spook these fine people.
That's what I gotta learn, to just follow the yellow circle.
Sounds like quite the party.
You too.
It does sound like a fun party.
One lonely man is a lot less intimidating than 3 nasty-looking degenerates.
Hey, I'm not
In
nasty
that cattle
looking.
shed on the left. Micah, get down behind that wagon in front.
You might be a degenerate too, though.
Fuck you, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that about you. So you get mad about the nasty part, but not the degenerate
Like,
part.
I set up a perfect zinger, and he's just gonna let it
Oh
ride?
my god, I did. It was in my head and you knew it.
Hello? Shut up, Billy. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, well, hello, friend.
What you want?
I am very sorry to disturb you. My friends and I, well, we got into some trouble up the way, lost in the storm. Ah, gentlemen.
We can't help you, miss.
Oops. I don't know what I pressed.
I got
Pause.
folks
Arthur,
dying on the trail.
we got a problem. Folks, there's a corpse right here.
That sounds like they have a problem. It's not our corpse.
Nah, it's like they're murderers probably, so they probably like murdered the people for this house.
I think you should go now, buddy.
Straight up headshot.
Ottoman must be really generous, because I was nowhere near getting that guy.
Yeah, it gets kind of needed though. I mean, like unless you want to like direct headshots or something, you gotta move it a little. But otherwise, it's like just.
Are you still alive?
Yeah, it's just.
Get away from the wall!
X. Run.
Fucking...
Square. Just jump over stuff. Oh, you already took off. He's gone.
Didn't seem to be going too well. Goddamn O'Driscoll boys here. Why?
I don't know. Maybe same reason as us.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I absolutely hate cover shooters.
Let's go search the cabin.
There's something about those games where like you approach a ledge and it's like, oh, you must want to take cover, and so it like snaps you to the ledge, and you're like, okay, maybe I did want to take cover, and then it never wants to let you go. It's like, I don't want to be in this ledge anymore. I want to shoot that guy, but no, can't
First, you just
disengage
gotta
from the
press the same
fucking
button
ledge.
to get off. Yeah.
There's a button you press?
Like the poor
Yeah,
bastard
I
was
think it's
married, too.
L1
Some
to
point.
take cover, and then
If
just
we
press it
can't
again, and
eat
it'll
or
release
drink
you.
it, put it down.
Well, that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Square? I thought that said circle.
O'Driscoll's. I don't believe it. It's a strange one, all right. Maybe they're hiding up here, too. There's a
Healthcare.
big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head.
Oh, there's a lot of
Nearly as
healthcare.
big as the one
need
on
that.
yours.
So I take it that
About the only
means
thing
you
me
have
and
to
Uncle
drink
Sam
that to
agree
regain
on.
health? There's not like
Well, yeah,
health
you have
regains on its own?
No. I mean, eventually, yeah. If you're like doing activities or something, and you're coming in and out of something, I think it does. But usually, like, you don't really have time just to wait around. So it's just easier just to eat like a can of beans or something.
So it does regenerate. It's just the taking the item is faster.
Warm. We could maybe move
Yeah.
the women and Jack down here.
Actually, I'm not sure if it regenerates.
I don't really want us
I never
to
took the
split
time to wait around for it. I mean, you go into a different story mode or something. I think it regenerates and restarts when you're on a mission.
Alright, how do we move this shit along, fellas? I don't know if there's really much more to search. Did I miss anything?
Meet me out here when you're
There's
done.
stuff on the counters, tables, things you can open. So just like right around the wall.
Yeah,
And
that
then I
sounds
think
boring. Oh my god, these
you can
controls
hit
are atrocious.
Eagle Eye.
That fucking automatic camera swing.
Micah,
It's like fighting
Arthur,
the way
keep
I
looking for
actually
stuff.
want to look.
Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn. Micah, you search the cabin, see what we missed.
Barn,
Sure.
I imagine it's this way. Can you run? Okay, good. So that's the maximum speed the whole game. I'm
So
gonna
you
rage
already
quit
quit.
immediately. I don't know if it's just like the snow physics, but the controls right now are dog shit.
Yeah, it holds you back when you're in deep snow.
Ah! Who's this asshole?
Shot my cousin. Well, he started it. I'm gonna break your neck.
Circle.
Circle? Man, he's a circle
This
fight.
guy just jumped me.
Oh, did he now?
I'm talking a lot of
Sneaky
shit and
little
being really
bastard.
picky right now.
Should I kill him?
No,
Truth be told, I
not yet.
really think I'm
Find
going to
out
enjoy
what
this
they're
game.
doing here.
It
and
is
where
made by
Colm is.
Rockstar, and Rockstar has made
this
some of
son
my
of a bitch
favorite
will
games.
talk.
Oh yeah, I love Rockstar, man. Their Grand Theft Auto games and stuff. You know, just Cowboys is like just perfect for me.
Did you
Like,
ever
'cause it has the
play?
violence and then like the history, you know, all that I love about, you know, history.
Did you ever play Bully?
No, I never got into that one. That was like a PlayStation 2 game, wasn't it?
I think so. They've done some remakes, and I'm pretty sure you can get it on PC now.
Never played it, but I heard of it. I'm not even sure
Well, I
like
would
what
say
it's
it
about,
looks
like or
you
what
have
you're doing
this,
it.
Arthur.
It's
Do what
Grand
you want
Theft
with
Auto
him.
in
I don't
primary
care.
school, which is really
bring
funny
that
because like
horse
you
Really?
can't, obviously you're like 13, so you can't have a gun, but
Yeah.
you have like what's it called, like a slingshot, I think, and then
Huh.
you ride your
Actually sounds
bicycle
fun.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And
And you're a bully, or you're like running away from bullies.
yeah, you're the bully.
Oh crap! I kind of want to play it now.
I wonder how much it is on Steam, because that would be a great game to play, to be honest. There's a bunch of like mini games, like you have to go to class,
I think you have your hat on the floor, bro. You can pick up.
and the classes are basically like mini games. Okay. Oh, I thought the gate was closed for some reason. Hi, horsey.
Easy. You're okay. You're all right, boy.
Alright, so you can pet the horse, so that changes my mind completely. 10 out of 10, game of the year.
Yeah, you have to like calm them down, like when you get new horses and stuff. Not when you really buy them. It's just there's wild stallions running around all the time, so you can like rope them, but you have to like calm them down and stuff to even get on them.
So I did play Red Dead Redemption, the first one, and I do remember that. Like, you would just find wild horses, and you could just like rope them and tame them and keep them. Ah, I'm stuck. Oh, I should probably just hit you then. That doesn't sound like a noise that I want to investigate. That sounds like she's got the situation under control.
Oh, look what I found in the cellar! Wild thing, ain't ya?
Leave her alone.
I wasn't doing nothing. She's one of them O'Driscolls.
No, she ain't, Michael.
I
Look
don't know
at
how
her.
crazy those times were back in the day. Just like no information, just live out in the wilderness and like the only entertainment and things you dealt with was probably like reading the Bible or books.
We mean
Yeah.
And like not knowing what the world really is and stuff, how crazy everything is.
That would be wild.
It'll be okay.
Just like or like
We need to get out of here
being like
and
in
quick.
hostile territory where like Indians kill you because you're on the land and shit.
Right.
You okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband,
There's this movie called Jeremiah Johnson. It was made in the
now.
70s, but it's about like
Can't stay here.
a guy in the cowboy era, and he's like just wanted to be a mountain man, so he goes to the
Come with us.
mountains and basically goes through like the worst shit ever to be a mountain man
bad
because
men.
he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
We ain't them.
You know, he has like the basic skill sets to like skin and certain things, but not how to catch or
keep
like
you
how to
safe till
keep
you
warm in
figure out what
certain
you
areas
wanna
and stuff
do.
like that. It's really a rad, cool
What's
movie.
your name, miss?
That's not really something you can
Yes.
learn how to do on the fly.
Adler,
You could
Adler.
think you're all prepared to go live in the
Sadie
wilderness
Adler.
and then
Mrs.
die of like constipation because all you
He-
brought were
he was my
nutrient bars
husband.
or something stupid.
Or you know, just trying to find clean water. You don't have that. It's like the black shit. That's what they used to have back in the day because they didn't have really clean water in this era. So people would die of, you know, it was called black shit. If you had black shit or diarrhea even,
Hey!
you kind of were dead.
Somebody's
That'd
coming.
be a sick band name though. The Black
Looks like it's
Shit.
Dutch. Hey, everybody, Dutch is back. How'd you get on?
The shitty Beatles, are they any good?
Homestead, but
They
we weren't
suck.
the first. Colm O'Driscoll and his scum, they beat us to it. We found
Starting to not like this
some of them
O'Driscoll
there,
guy.
but there is more about. Apparently, scouting the train. Thank you.
That's the last thing we need right now, Dutch.
Well, it is what it is. But we found some
Absolutely
supplies,
hate that
blankets,
phrase.
a
It
little
is
bit of
what it
food,
is.
And this poor soul,
Like why though?
Mrs. Adler,
Why can't it be better?
Miss Tilly,
why is-
Miss Karen, would
why
you
can't it
warm
be
her
what it
up?
should be?
Give her a drink or something.
Mostly
And
it's
Mrs.
because
Adler,
like
it's
I always
gonna be
hear that at
okay.
shitty
You're
jobs.
safe now.
Like, oh, why do we gotta do
They
this?
turned
That's
her
stupid.
into a
Well,
widow.
it is what it is.
Animals. I
Yeah,
need some
certain times
rest.
it's like
I haven't
a
slept
really
in 3
annoying
days.
statement.
You're over here.
But then
Miss
I just
O'Shea will
get sick
show
of
you the
those
way.
like cliche
Mr. Morgan, we put
things
you in a
people
room
say.
over here.
Just they
Thank you,
lose
Miss
all meaning
Grimshaw.
and it's just
Mr.
repeated
Bell,
constantly.
you're with the fellas over there.
It's
Well,
like
How come
small
Arthur
talk
gets a room and I
BS.
get a bunk bed
Yeah.
next to Bill Williamson
Yeah, I
and a
have to do
bunch
that
of
crap all
darkies?
the time.
Get yourself to bed.
Just because of the people that I have to like be professional and like deal with, and I'll go home and like fuck yeah, get all crazy. Well, not the crazy, but just like, you know, you got to put on your suit and tie when you go to work. You can't really, you know, be so like vulgar or fucked up.
I don't know. I've managed to get by pretty
You
easily,
are a
but
crazy motherfucker though. So
I just hit people that with that like, look, this is who I am, like right
Ain't
away.
been seen in
and
days.
They either
Weather ain't let
figure it out or
He's
no.
strong.
I'm
And he's
not
smart.
someone to.
most of the time they're gonna go with it.
Hello,
I
Arthur.
tell you that because people respect the honesty.
How you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
I need you to.
That's why you have like great
I'm
stories
sorry.
like
I'm
every
sorry
week.
to ask.
It's little John. He's got himself caught into a
It's like
scrape
what happened this
again.
He
week?
ain't
Well,
been seen
you know,
in two
it's just like oh shit.
two
for real.
days.
Your John will be fine. I mean,
I remember like every
he
time
may
I
be as dumb as
came
rocks and as dull
to
as
visit
rusted
you, I was
iron,
like, what
but that
what
ain't
happened now?
changing
Well, I
because
ran over
he
an
got
owl.
caught
I
in
was
some
like, what?
snowstorm.
Please go take
How
a
do you
look.
run over an owl? There were
Javier?
feathers
Yes.
everywhere.
Javier, will you
I gotta
ride
tell
out
that
with
That's an
story at
amazing
some point.
story.
and take a look for John? You're the two best fit
Who has
men
a
we've
story
got.
like that?
Now?
That they ran over an owl,
We're all...
which is completely awful,
we're
by the
pretty
way.
worried
Which is
about
like intriguing story.
Hey, you know what?
the
In some
situation we're
cultures,
reversed.
owls are bad omens, so sometimes I
me.
tell the story and people think I did
Hey,
the right
maybe
thing.
it was karma, right?
Thank
That's
you.
how I like to live my life. Like I'm just an agent of karma. Like you get
This
from
way.
me what you deserve.
Last I know,
And that's not up to me
John
to
was
make
headed
that
up the river.
judgment
For
of
all
what
we
you
know,
deserve. But the
he
universe
kept
has
riding
put me in
north
your
and
path
never
for a
looked
reason.
back. He wouldn't leave. Not like that.
Which probably means you fucked up at some point. Alright, so I did catch the lady is upset that her boyfriend has been missing for 2 days.
Oh, right.
I feel like in this era, 2 days isn't that much time to be missing. Like, it would take me 2 days to, like, go to the grocery store and back. I mean, it's not like...
I'm not sure I agree. Like, I mean, what if we just went out in the woods and, okay, say it's modern right now.
Yeah.
And I took the car out and just dropped it off in the middle of nowhere for 2 days.
Okay.
Like, you couldn't, like, get anywhere.
I mean, there's
like,
a lot of...
It's 2 days out in the wilderness, just, like, with no technology.
Days.
That way.
Sure, well, come
Like,
on then.
average walking speed is what, like 2 miles an hour?
There's some tracks leading to the river.
What's the furthest you've ever walked? That's a good question, huh?
I don't know, but I
think
did
I walked
a
like
lot of
7
walking.
miles
See, they
one
continue
time.
that way.
I do have a funny story. So I was in middle school,
You tell me.
and
These are horse
I was
tracks for
fucking
sure.
up
but
in math class or something.
could be anyone.
And
Let's just see where they lead.
I don't believe I failed,
You were there,
but I think I got like a C or something. And my mom
Yeah.
was just
We had the
appalled
money,
that I
it
would
seemed
rank on such a
fine.
low grade.
Yeah.
And suddenly
And
they were
she
everywhere.
put me in summer school that year,
No, Pinkerton.
and we had just
It was crazy.
moved.
Raining
and
bullets.
Because of the time of the summer school and her going to
Take
work,
it
I
slow.
wasn't going to be
Big
able
ravine
to
here.
like get a ride because I had to get up and leave
Dutch killed a
before
girl in a
she left to work or something
bad
like
way.
that.
But it was a bad situation.
So I had to walk. Like, it wasn't really far. It was a couple miles, but it was like down the street and around the corner from where we were living at. But the first time I went,
Davey got shot. Mac and John
I
both shot
couldn't
too.
remember the name of the street
Sean,
where I
we
was
don't even
supposed to
know.
turn.
I'm surprised we escaped
And
at all. By the time you boys showed up from the other side of town,
At some point, I'm just walking and walking, and I
we
get
were
to
only just
like
holding on.
I'm like running out of city.
Bad
Like there's
business,
not
all
buildings anymore. It's just like dirt. And there's barely even roads.
I think you maybe told me this story.
That snow's
And
coming in hard again.
I remember vividly because it
These
was like
tracks
an
are
early,
going fast.
kind of like cold summer morning, and I could see the cables for the tram line. And at some point, I just like stopped and turned around, and there was the entire city like before me. I was like, I done fucked up. Because all I could remember was like turn on this main street, go here for like so long, and then there was supposed to be another street that I was supposed to turn down, and it was just going to be like a little bit down that street, and there was the school. Well, I kept going to every intersection and looking, and I couldn't see a school, so I would just keep going.
Horses are
And then,
getting
like I said, I
tired.
ran out of
Yeah,
places to
a lot of
go,
fresh snow here.
and
I don't know
I ended up
about
finding
this
a
out
church.
there, but we can't follow nothing.
Can't
Now let's
remember
push
like
on a
what
little
kind of
bit.
denomination it was,
Maybe
but
we'll pick up the trail again.
luckily they had something going on that day or that morning because I just like
Almost there.
walked in
Come on now.
and they were like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like, do you need help?" And I was like,
Hey, look! Over
"May
there.
I use your phone, please?"
I'm like 10 miles away from my house where I was supposed to be. So why are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
And so I call my mom and I'm like, "Mom, I fucked up." She's like, "What are you talking about? Aren't you supposed to be in school?" And I'm like, I couldn't find it. She's like, "What do you mean?" Like, I forgot the name of the street that I was supposed to turn on.
Come on,
And
up there.
So weird. What a predicament, like, to call your mother to the problem you have with.
And I guess one of the people at the church was like, "Oh, I know where that's at," and then they gave me a ride. And it was one of the streets. Obviously, it was one of the streets that I had passed.
Because it's probably like something you can almost get in trouble for, but you're like still being honest about it with your mom. You're like, I'm lost.
Right?
But you always done that kind of type stuff. Like, I don't know.
But so what it was the
Who knows what's up ahead?
the street or the school was on that street, but like there was kind of a big parking lot, so it was just far enough back that I couldn't see the school.
Come on.
But yeah, I also have that bad habit of like being completely over my head, but like so calm about it. Like I was freaking the fuck out. Like I was lost as shit, having to rely on strangers. I thought my mom was gonna be pissed off at me because I only ended up being like a few minutes late because I have this thing about like I never want to be late, so I'm always super early wherever I go. And so I'd left with like plenty of time to get there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm just like so calm about the whole thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I walked too far. I don't know where I am. I don't know what the name of the school is called. And
my question is, what the hell were you doing? Like, just poking your eyes as while you're down the street?
No, like I said, I would stop it.
I mean, what do we have? Like CD players back then? Like
every intersection and look, but you couldn't see the school from the intersection. You had to go down the street a little bit because there was a building basically blocking it. And I, for the life of me, couldn't remember what the name of the street was supposed to be or the name of the school.
Okay.
Which, funny enough, it's where our Uncle Jerry lives at.
Watch your step.
Like, I almost walked to his house and was just like...
That's exactly what I thought of when you said tram. Because I know I can always see the tram from where he lives.
Yeah.
So, I actually imagined you down that street at, like, Uncle Jerry's house. Like, going to some random houses. Like, that's way off.
Except I probably didn't remember where he lived. I kind of know the area, but
yeah. Even
now, I would need an address to like GPS it because
it's been a long time. Yeah,
it's been a while since I've been there. Were you there that one summer we were at his house? The daughters were there. Where he had the little like, I think it was one of those like little plastic kiddie pools. And
how you doing? I'm miserable.
I remember like someone threw a battery in the pool, like a 9-volt battery.
Oh.
And they were all scared to like get in the water because they thought the battery was gonna electrocute them.
Take a drink of that.
And I just like grabbed it and threw it out.
I'm not designed for this.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I was there for that one.
Let's keep moving then. Come on. John, where are you?
Because I don't remember really them having a kiddie pool. Maybe that was like way early on or later.
Oh man, I remember that day too. It was either the 4th of July or near the 4th of July because we, if I remember correctly, I think we brought fireworks and we were setting them off, and they were of the less than legal variety.
She found her dude.
Hot down, Marston.
And
over here, Arthur.
The fire department got called, and because of the way the neighborhood's really weird, like they couldn't find the house, so we just saw a fire truck going back and forth a bunch of times. We're all standing around like,
never thought I'd say this, but
I wonder what that's about.
You, Arthur Morgan.
And I think they eventually found it and told us to knock it off. We're like, okay.
You don't look so good. I don't feel too good neither.
I always had a lot of fun over there.
Oh yeah.
Freezing.
They always go hunting and stuff like that. I always liked that, you know, because Grandpa was a hunter and Grandpa did, you know, like farming. So I really thought it was interesting that he knew how to do that stuff. So like he could have been like self-sufficient, just like this like cowboy era.
Yeah, I would love
like,
to
raise
go hunting.
animals and like yeah, me too.
I went
Uncle
once.
still go. We should like bug him.
All right, well that's gonna be our time for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I do want to give a quick shout out to the GA Retro Gaming community on Facebook. I put our URL on a thread there talking about different streamers and YouTubers, and a bunch of people subscribed. So if you're one of them, say hello. Love to meet you. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, guys. Until next time.
I'll just